Howdy friends, it's me Michaela and welcome to another Paint With Me video. I hope you're doing well and I hope this brings you some sweet serotonin somehow. Let's get right into it. Here's what my sketchbook currently looks like, and it makes me super happy because I've covered it with stickers by illustrators that I really like. Here's a really quick sticker tour. This is my sticker. This is Vicky Thanks You, Thanks You on YouTube. This is a sticker by Natalie Briscoe. I went to college with her and she's really sweet and super talented, and you should definitely check out her work. This is by Apple Cheeks here on YouTube. And this adorable cat is by Cheyenne Barton, also here on YouTube and one of my faves. And this is a freebie that I got from Nerks, and here's the back. This one's by Chutzpah Design, which by the way I got with this mug. Not sponsored, but I find it hilarious if you're into typography. Credit goes to Kel Lauren. I saw this in one of her videos and needed it immediately. And lastly, we have another beautiful sticker by Natalie Briscoe and some random freebies. So before I get into painting, I like to have a rough idea of how I want to lay things out on the page. And the idea for the piece I wanted to make for this video is super simple. I just wanted to draw my favorite ice cream. So as I sketched, I knew I wanted to include typography, so I hopped on over to Pinterest and found these Italian posters that I really liked because of the chunky, bold text. So that was definitely at the forefront of my mind when conceptualizing this piece. And another thing that prompted today's painting is the style dice I printed for the Find Your Style class on Skillshare by Andy J. Pizza. This isn't sponsored, I just really love this class. Here's what I rolled this time. Happy accidents and current inspo. Also, Mojo says hello. When I rolled happy accidents, I immediately thought about mediums like watercolor that aren't the easiest to control, but they can have a really nice effect when you accept the spontaneity that comes along with them. When it comes to current inspiration, this was trickier because I get inspiration from a lot of places, but I thought I would look to Livia Falcaru for inspiration because I love her use of figures and greens that I don't normally do. My first sketches focused a lot on facial expressions and maybe how I would react if I were offered ice cream, but then I realized that that was kind of losing sight of what I wanted to do originally. So after all of this planning and figuring out what composition I wanted, I just go right into sketching onto the page. So here I am going straight into hand lettering and keeping the Italian typography that I saw in those posters in mind and trying to keep it pretty chunky. I think I definitely make it chunkier later in Procreate, and I overall just want it to have a very hand-drawn feeling to it. And I'm just using a piece of Canson's mixed media sketchbook paper that I cut into a square. Also, sorry if the audio quality is horrible, but I'm working with what I have and I'd rather start making videos and get better over time than not trying at all. So thank you for being here with me today, and I appreciate you very much. For this part here, I wasn't using a reference. I was trying to just draw in from my mind of what ice cream looks like. And because my piece of paper is so small, I wanted to keep things quite simplistic. So right around here, I try to add a little me making snow angels in the ice cream, but I felt like it was a little too big, so I ended up drawing it later in Procreate. But yeah, I love Procreate for that reason, because it's made my work process a lot more seamless or malleable, or forgiving, because if something doesn't turn out the way I want it to in one medium, I can go in and make things look more like how I intended them to look. Wow. Trying to record this voiceover has been hilarious because my cat's been going crazy. We've had this crazy guy honking outside my window. I heard a gang of motorcycle dudes drive by. But hey, now we're painting! Woo, woo, woo! Boo, 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 boo! That's my impression of some horns. Enjoy. This part was so much fun to do. I love this color. Also, I just remembered that this part specifically is not watercolor. It is Turner acrylic gouache in cobalt blue. Another color that I'm really liking right now is this pink that I'm adding at the moment, and yeah, I really like it. But I will say, now that the piece is done, that I'm not 100% sold on all of these colors working together. And after taking a longer look at it, it looks like things are competing together. So I'd like to try this piece out again in the future and see how differently things turn out. And yeah, see what different color choices or possible pattern decisions I might make in the future. It's really fun to redo a piece like a whole year later and see how much you've improved, or if you have a style that you like sticking to. I love seeing when artists do that. Here I am adding these cute little flowers as a decorative element, because I've started adding these kind of flowers into my other pieces, and so I thought it would be fun to connect this with my other work just by adding a little decorative element. So here's what it looks like before I scan it in. looks like when it's scanned. And here is where I took it into Procreate and touched a few things up. And this is what it looks like now that it's done. Editing Michaela here, and thank you so much for watching today's video. That's about all there is for today. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like to see, and yeah, thank you so much for joining me on my artistic journey. Definitely good at speaking to a camera, and yeah, I'm still getting used to all of this. And also, please remember to drink water. It's like a crazy car that drove by just now. Have a good one, guys, and be safe.